would like to different type of grain spirit. Yeah. So at Chita Distillery, now we can distill 3 different types of spirit: clean, medium, and heavy. And plus, we introduced the coffee type still a couple years ago. Then now we are preparing at least spirit type pour and different type cask. Then I can use that different type of even grain whiskey to our blend.
And when you say you have like a clean, a medium, and a heavy, is that to do with the is it the wort? Is it the how are you getting those different types? Is it the cut points?
Okay, and Chita multiple column distillation. When we distill the clean type, we use 4 columns. But when we distill the medium type, 3 columns, and the heavy type only 2 columns. And also the mash bill ratio and the maize, corn, and malted barley are a bit different.
Okay, so your mash bill will change as you kind of
3 types. Yes,
do the different types. Okay. So and then are you using those 3 types to blend together? Or are you using one more for say Toki, one more for?
It's depending on the brand. Toki mainly we use the heavier type grain whiskey, but not only that, we use some clean type as well. And the Kagome is most balanced, and Japanese Harmony, we tend to use the mainly clean type.
It's very, very elegant, isn't it? Yeah. And for you, we talk a lot about science and art in regards to whiskey making. And I read when I was reading Dave Brum's whiskey, Japanese whiskey book, which I love, and he does an amazing interview with you in there, which is fascinating, and I recommend everyone reads it because it's a wonderful piece. He talked about you saying that you weren't an artist, you were an artisan.
Okay.
Can you talk a little bit about why you think there's a distinction between artist and artisan?
As long as I know, maybe I said craftsman, not artisan.
Yes,
well,
probably
that's all right. Yes, sometimes I was said you look like an artist, but art is totally different from whiskey making. Art is always challenge at the best, but we as a blender, we have to provide that same brand consistently, keep the high level, but we also keep that consistency as well. So it's a totally different point between craftsmanship and artist. So if I am allowed to make some very special whiskey only one time, maybe I can approach like an artist, but almost daily my job, maybe craftsmanship, I really.
And I think that's something people don't appreciate in whiskey making. Again, they talk a lot about the wood, the stills, but the skill is incredible to the blending and to take all those components and create something that is the same over time. And because, a lot of people, when they pick up, say, Hibiki, they want to taste Hibiki. And that's such an incredible skill. And I think you're very right to say it's a craft, it's not an art. And I think it's very, very interesting to hear you say that. One thing which we must talk about, because I think it's a huge step forward for Japanese whiskey, is the rules that are now coming into place.
Yes.
And, I think it's fantastic and such a wonderful step forward for Japanese whiskey. Yeah. Why you were very, very much part of that movement. Why did you think, what was important to have in the framework?
Right.
And why did you think it was important?
Actually, just after World War II, Japan was so poor. And at that time, still, but the people would like to drink something. So at that time, from a taxation point of view, so 3 or 4 class categories divided. Because low taxation is a bit of poorer quality, but they can blend any spirit in much whiskeys. But highest category, we have to use that authentic whiskey. So it continues many years. So it's kind of traditional Japanese whiskey making, still that regulation is available, but we follow that. But nowadays, Japanese whiskey became so popular globally. So then some whiskey out of Japan, it can't be called Japanese whiskey, I believe.
Yes.
Then, and as an industry, we thought about setting that some definition Japanese whiskey itself. Yes, current Japanese regulation we respect even now, but for the transparent accountability point of view, we should show that this is authentic Japanese whiskey. Then now, kind of industry agreement, but now we try to make a government rule regulation at the moment. But it's even industrial agreement. It started already. Then now in the future, much more clearer, we put some logo on the label.
We have a logo.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
Coming soon. Not yet, but
It's
maybe
brilliant.
after next year. We put this logo on the label. It shows this is authentic Japanese.
And that is so important. And I think for me, having watched a lot of countries over the years achieve their GI, their geographical indication, I think is very important for the consumer.
Yeah.
Because I think the consumer, and more in today's society, we want transparency. And I want to know when I pick up a bottle that there's an assurance of quality, because that's what this is.
But still now, Suntory bottling that global blend. It's called that AO.
Yep.
I use that the bourbon whiskey, Scotch whiskey, Canadian whiskey, Irish whiskey, Japanese whiskey blend together. So it's another new challenges. And also we have a bottling that using immature spirit as well. It's very reasonable price in the Japanese market. So I respect and each balance quality and price. So we continue, but at the same time, again, transparency, accountability is important. That's why we introduce
and it's fantastic. And you're right. And I think none of us are saying that world blended whiskies or using different whiskies from different parts of the world is wrong, because actually they create fantastic whiskies.
Yes.
But it's about saying this is authentically Japanese and this is 100% Japanese, and you as a consumer know it's Japanese. And it's such a fantastic move forward for the Japanese whiskey industry, and I think it will provide an even brighter future for an incredible country and an incredible whiskey making culture, which is fantastic. I think I have one last question, and it's, for you, what is the future in Japan? What do you think is the way forward? What is important for you for the future?
Yeah, as a Japanese category, I hope it became the much farmer global category, Scotch whiskey and bourbon whiskey. Nowadays, there are more than 100 craft distilleries.
It's amazing.
And
from 2 to 100.
Yes. So it's another big challenges. All distilleries would be survived. But, the diversity in whiskey making, different ported barrel, different cask, it's quite common practice in Japanese whiskey industry. Then I believe even 10, 20, 30 years later on, Japanese whiskey will still survive and shows a very unique characteristic as a Japanese whiskey.
I think that's a fantastic way to finish. Shinji, thank you so much for your time today. It has been a real pleasure.
Right.
I have 100 other questions, but very kind of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.